who is the best team in the SEC. You now have Texas A&M moves into the top 10. They're right at 10. You still have Georgia at 5 after beating Tennessee. You have LSU at 3. May I interest you in a new contender?
If it's Vanderbilt, no, you can't.
May I interest you in someone who should have your attention?
If it's the Commodores, no, you can't.
Vanderbilt is a real football team, and you all have to accept it. You have no choice. I'm sorry. Vanderbilt is a real football team. The Vanderbilt you all know and make fun of is dead. R.I.P. No matter where this goes from here, this Vanderbilt is quite literally built different. They finally beat South Carolina after losing to them 16 times in a row. South Carolina was the 11th ranked team in the country, may I remind you. And did they lose their quarterback in Lenora Sellers to a concussion? Yes. But did Lenora Sellers let that Vanderbilt offense run all over them? Absolutely not. That Lassiter 44-yard touchdown run that really broke it open, that sent those South Carolina fans, again, we are all a community, a country of frontrunners, because those South Carolina fans were supposed to be responsible for one of the best night game environments in college football. They were out of there lickety-split after a guy who is a walk-on ran all over them. You see Diego Pavia sacrificing his body for this team. I don't know if Diego Pavia is going to make it through the entire season because he is a capital P psychopath out there on the field. Did you see the block he laid out?
Yeah, you can't be letting the quarterback
completely
like
unadvisable from anybody. And yet, I watched Diego Pavia block, and I think to myself, that man will die for this game. And as I said Friday, as long as Diego Pavia is on that field, Vanderbilt has a chance to beat anyone. And they are finally ranked. They are 20th in the country. Rankings, schmankings. I've seen it with my own eyes. I watched the second half of that Vanderbilt-South Carolina game and much of the first as well. And I just continue to be very impressed with this Vanderbilt football team. They get Alabama on October 4th. October 4th. Alabama in Tuscaloosa.
You going for that?
I should go back. It's a very doable thing.
Yeah.
If you can find cheap tickets. Tickets are too expensive these days for all things sports. I cannot believe.
And for other things.
And for other things.
Ariana Grande.
And for hotels. Mm-hmm. Like, it just, the world is getting increasingly expensive, so you can't do something. If it was guaranteed to be like a $100 hotel room in Columbus, Mississippi, $40 tickets to Alabama Vanderbilt, I'd probably try to go to that game as long as Vanderbilt takes care of Georgia State and Utah State. And we'll see what Alabama looks like against Georgia because, again, I can't really use Wisconsin as a proper barometer. They look terrible. I cannot get over how bad Wisconsin. Like, that quarterback threw a pick on their second drive. I was like, oh, this is over. This is the end of this game. But Vanderbilt's a fun watch. You can be a hater if you want. That's fine. Join me in the promised land. Enjoy watching Vanderbilt football. They're one of the best shows in the sport this year. And that's on you if you don't want to accept it. And I'm speaking to you.
Listen.
See, Conrad.
Run me through that schedule again. Conrad, the full name. Run me through that schedule because it's not just Alabama. Don't they go like Alabama, LSU,
they go Alabama,
Texas?
LSU, Missouri, Texas, Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee.
Stop. Holla at me after the Texas game. Who did not look good at all?
Archer? Okay.
Is this what he is?
I'm not willing to say that yet.
Okay.
I think maybe the look. I was going to call it the poopy pants look, but that's an unfair interpretation of the Steve Sarkisian quote anyway. Just his grimacing. You have to go back on it and wonder, like, is he 100% healthy? But bottom line is he is not living up to the very high crowning that took place going into this season.
But it's not just, and listen, there are a couple of quarterbacks who I think fit that. Not just Arch. We're talking about South Carolina before I sidetracked us, but Sellers is another one who we thought was a game-changing type of quarterback. Yeah. Lagway, another one. And they aren't looking near what we were prognosticating them to look like and what their fan bases were hoping they were going to be. Just somebody who, with the ball in their hand, they're going to be able to make plays, either with their arms or with their legs. And those three have not looked that way. And their teams, as a result, we're finding out now just how good the rest of the pieces are and are not. And there's not a lot there for South Carolina. If Sellers isn't going to be, and I talked about it last week on this show and on the Odds Couple, if he isn't going to be a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing, there's not enough talent on that South Carolina team for them to be contenders in the SEC. Same thing goes for Florida. Texas is a bit different, But they're not going to be able to beat the good teams in the SEC if Arch Manning isn't playing significantly better. I'm not saying that he needs to be playing like a once-in-a-lifetime prospect. I'm not asking him to go out there and be Andrew Luck when he was at Stanford. I'm not asking him to go out there and be Johnny Manziel when he was running around making crazy plays at Texas A&M. But I am asking him to be better than what he is right now. And if he can't do that, Texas is in trouble if we think Texas is supposed to contend for an SEC title.
You mentioned Florida. I was really sleepy coming back from that game, so I would kind of go in and out of sleep as we got to the later games of the evening. And yet I still somehow saw all 5 interceptions from DJ Lagway. We're like bumping around every channel. Chris is a master of the remote in these situations. I'm so proud to be married to someone who knows how to efficiently watch an evening of great college football games across like 5 different channels. But I somehow saw all of DJ Lagway's picks, which was insane. I am the empath of this show, and I was feeling very badly for DJ Lagway, which, yes, CJ, I know you will say, be better. But it just got to a point where I understand that. And yet I was uncomfortable watching him be that bad. I was like, can we just have the game end? Can we do what Mississippi State did this weekend? I don't even remember who they played. Was it Alcorn? They did 10 more. They did a running clock. Alcorn. I always say Alcorn.
I didn't know that you could do that.
I didn't either. Is that who they played?
I think so. I think they played Alcorn State.
I saw that. I wanted that for DJ Lagway. And it wasn't even, it was a close game. It did not feel close in the slightest.
Is it wrong of me to not have the empathy, the sympathy, the compassion?
No, you're probably more normal. I'm too empathetic.
Dude who's thrown 5 interceptions in a 20-10 game.
So I think my empathy lagways when it's like 2 interceptions, but when it's 5, it's just a pile on. Like we already know what you are in this situation. It just gets worse.
Stop doing them.
God, I was in pain.
After the 3rd one, just say, you know what, that guy's time to open, I'm not throwing it. I'm just going to fall to the ground. Like, do that.
I just find myself feeling bad for random people on a college football Saturday. Like Sam Pittman, I wanted sorry, Ole Miss fans, but just from a sake of like what it would have meant for Arkansas to get that win after they played so well. That fumble at the end, they had a real chance and they fumbled it away. I think Green might be hurt, which is big when we get to the Memphis Arkansas game coming up 11 a.m. on ABC. How about that? They've bumped it onto national television for the Tigers Razorbacks game here in Memphis on Saturday. 11 o'clock, Simmons Bank at the Bank, Liberty Stadium.
Memphis knows how to get up for an 11 o'clock game.
They do.
Memphis will be rocking.
Especially against an SEC opponent on national television.
Yeah.
Listen, I have fond memories of even something like the Rosen one. When Josh Rosen and UCLA's team, I think that was an 11 a.m. kick back in the day. We've had plenty of Ole Miss games. Like that's something Memphis fans, I hope, it's been a second. I think the Mississippi State game many years back.
Yeah, Leach was still alive.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't have any doubt that the environment in Memphis will be great on Saturday.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m.